next game is called Darklands.
Darklands.
This is a current project on Kickstarter. It comes to us from, well, the location of the campaign says it's from Prague, Czech Republic. The company itself is Mingle Games. It's based in Calgary, Canada. A little bit of CanCon today. As far as I can tell, it's three guys who are the primary devs on this game. It's an auto, what do you call it? Run forever, endless runner. You know those type of games. You're a person or thing running towards the right side of the screen forever, and then you just have to last as long as you can. They're going for more of a gritty fantasy flavor here. Basically, aside from running, jumping, and sliding, you can also do attacks. And they show you're sort of like this Spartan-looking fellow with a helmet with a plume on it, and you're carrying a sword, and you're running along, and as you approach certain enemies, you'll slash them, or you can avoid them as well. And the art style, I would say, is quite nice. It's striking. It's a bit. It's getting a little out of date, I would say. I'm tempted to say, 2010, 2011 call, and they want their art style back. Kind of like that limbo, dark silhouettes, in the foreground, and then you have something very detailed in the background, right? To play off the contrast. And that art style for me always looks pretty good, but at this point is not new and original exactly. But I will say the animations look good. The thought and creativity that's going into the character design is looking pretty sweet. Justin, I gotta say, this reminds me a bit of Forerunner.
Oh my God! Did you totally mentioned it?
Just to do a shameless plug, that's like 2 years late.
Remi and Jared worked on it too.
Everybody.
A little bit of background. Forerunner is a Unity game that the rest of these guys made a couple years back. Very similar look and control scheme. And the guys right now are looking for $10,000. These guys, I should say, Mingle Games, are looking for $10,000. They've racked up $3,608 across 43 backers. They have 20 days to go. And I would say, the scope of the project is just about right for this sort of thing, for the amount of money they're asking for. The game itself looks solid. The pitch video showed a lot of gameplay footage set against nice background music. Is well cut. The funny thing, near the end of the pitch video is they have a feature on a team, and it's really cheesy. No one says anything, but they're all just kind of sitting in the forest, looking off into the distance, contemplating things, and they'll feature, the first guy features the programmer, and then they start tweeting in all these different words that have to do with what the guy does on a daily basis. It's like coding, debug. It was sort of cheesy, right? Especially when it got to like the artist and the designer, and then, like, the words would come in were like draw, art, design. Anyway, I admire the effort they put into at least making make it dramatic, trying to sex it up a bit. Yeah, harmony. Yeah. So
I like the scenery there. That was pretty.
Yeah. It looks all right. 20 days to go, and they're already like a third of the way there. They should be able to fund. People still like their endless runners. What do you guys think?
Yeah, when I first saw this, I was thinking I was like, I don't know about the style of it, but when I found out that it was mobile, it made a lot more sense to me.
Yeah, Windows Phone, forgot to mention, which is unique.
Yep. And
Target.
yeah, the one thing I really like, the backgrounds are great, and I can see why they did the whole foreground contrast. The only thing that and this is more of a personal thing, I'm not a fan of like when I see 2D animations that are done by just taking like a 2D character and adding bones to it. Because I like to see like the animations actually like move. You're kind of very limited that way. If you actually like, like if you think of like a Street Fighter game, like Street Fighter 2 or something, it's like they can move all around and like face the screen or face away from the screen. They're very much just like always like either looking completely left or right. So I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of that animation style, but it's definitely quicker, and it's not that bad, but it's more of a personal thing for me. Everything else looks pretty cool though, and I'm glad that they show a lot of the deaths too, because I'm sure you're going to be dying a lot in this game, and it's always good to kind of see that in like in a trailer video, just to show like what it looks like when you die.
He's being gored by Minotaur there.
The actions look fun though, like sliding and like attacking. It'll be cool.
Remi, what do you think about what we're looking at here?
Oh my God, where should I start? Well, first of all, I have to say it really brought memories back from when we were making that game, and that's where it got me. So I'll try to be completely unbiased, but I already like this game for many reasons, especially because it's a mobile game, and I don't know if we haven't talked about many mobile games lately on the show, but it's a big part of gaming nowadays, and I really like the way they're doing things, the way the game looks, and hopefully it will feel better, because that's a big thing of mobile games. If it doesn't feel good, even though if it looks great, it's not gonna be a good game. But I have good hopes on this game, really. What else do I have to say without sounding biased? I like the look of it. And they're asking for a really decent amount of money. They're not going like super crazy on the money they're asking. The one thing I'm kind of hesitant about is that I believe for now it's just for a Windows phone. Is it? They mentioned something about porting it to iOS later on, but
they're targeting Windows Phone first.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like mobile platforms are concerned, it's the smallest, as far as user base too. So
what about this devices here? We need some love on those devices. Everyone has at least one of those. That's what made me like I don't know. I found it a little bit weird that they didn't have the iOS support right away, if that makes sense.
Well, I guess, and this makes us a little interested in what engine he's using, or is he writing this from scratch? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, what engine is Windows Phone only? Or why can't he just buy a license to export this if he's using something, that's like an engine that covers multiple platforms?
Yeah, I was trying to look at the website to see if they mention like, oh, we're using Unity or something like that, but I don't think it. Unless I missed it, I don't think they mention it.
They have an FAQ at the bottom, and then they have a question: will you carry on supporting Windows Phone? And they say, yes, it is our mother platform, and we will not abandon almost 1 million of our players. And then will you port for Steam, PC, Mac, or Linux? First of all, we need to get approved by Steam to be able to offer Darklands there. Once this happens, we'll make a version for PC and Mac.
If you look under stretch goals, if they reach 20 grand, then they'll port for Steam.
Sounds pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than that, just the game looks pretty good. And I think I'm with you on that comment on the animation side, Justin. But yeah, that's just
it's kind of picky,
right? Most people probably won't even notice it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can tell it's just like those pieces attached with bones.
Yeah.
I mean,
what
like
they did
good
was
job.
good. Like that bowl, like has some really good animations and stuff. But it would be nice. But it definitely takes a lot more time to do like basically more like a handmade
Yeah, exactly.
frame by frame type of animations.
Also, they
You
have
guys
a
referring
lot
to the
of,
jerkiness of the
characters.
animation? Is that what you are pretty much talking about? There's some jerkiness to how the guys animate.
It's sort of like if you look at on their page under animations. Maybe I can screen share this again real quick.
Nope, you won't be able to.
Oh, I won't be able to. Okay.
You won't be able to.
Anyways,
So,
basically you just like draw a character and they're made out of, like different 2D pieces, and you just attach them together, make bones, and you just kind of move those around. It's almost like South Park. Think of like how that
okay.
animation works. That's how these are animated, and it's a pretty quick way and fairly common way for 2D animations. But yeah, it is a bit limited.
also, they
Okay.
have a lot of characters. Not only the main character, but
Yeah,
a lot of enemies. So that I guess that's also another reason why they did it that way.
It's
But
definitely
it's
more
really
efficient.
nice to have like hand drawn, like sprite by one by one, right? Sprite animation to give more, But I think we are running out of time on this project.
I think
Are
we
we
said
not?
enough. I think we said enough on Darklands.
It's cool though, and it's
Wish me
awesome
luck.
to see a team make a game outdoors in the woods.
I want to join that team.
You guys just like programming by a little babbling brook, like.
We only got 5 minutes left on my laptop.
Speaking of which, I only have 23% on my laptop. So I hope I don't just disappear on you guys.